really what we're here to talk about today is really how to build a brand from scratch and the 3 tips and tricks that I abide by, both that I teach my clients, my students, and that I abide by and really have used to really grow my brand from 0 to 60,000 in just a little over a year. So I'm super excited to bring you. What is up, guys? It is your boy Brandon Gross. I'm a designer and digital strategist for Fortune 500s in addition to a social media coach. What we're going to go over today is a couple things. I've gotten a lot of questions in regards to how to build personal brand from scratch on social media or just in general. So typically with my students in the social media courses or really in my what's good about to be coming out, my social media private group. So we'll talk about that in a little bit. But really what we're here to talk about today is really how to build a brand from scratch and the 3 tips and tricks that I abide by, both that I teach my clients, my students, and that I abide by and really have used to really grow my brand from 0 to 60,000 in just a little over a year. So I'm super excited to bring these here with you guys today and talk you through what I believe in my equation in regards to building brand and gaining attention on social media, both for personal brands and for business. So with that said, let's get started. The 3 things that we're really going to be going over today are focus, engagement, and consistency. And we're also going to kind of touch on really, what I mean by consistency. So we'll get there. But first and foremost, the reason why we're talking about this today is a lot of creatives and a lot of designers in our space really, they contact me and say, hey, Brandon, I'm really trying to build from scratch. I do great work, but I'm not getting any exposure. I'm not getting any attention. And these 3 things that we're going to talk about, focus, engagement, and consistency, really help streamline and really fix or close the gap between great designers and designers that gain attention and are able to build what they want when they want and with the people that they like most. So we're going to talk about these. Focus. The reason that we want to talk about focus is because a lot of designers are really just people who I hear are trying to build personal brand. They go out and they build, or really they get on all these social medias. They're like Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, you name it. And I really say pause. Who is your audience? Where do you feel that they live? Are you there solely in giving your audience your 100% undivided attention? And most of the times the answer is no. So really what I prescribe to my mentees and really my students and really my clients is really to focus on one platform, especially if you do not have the breadth or really the audience that you want yet. You want to stay in one place, focus, really cultivate your message, really give value to the customers and the audience that you have at the moment, and focus on your message and your audience that you have on one platform. Other platforms will come secondary, but you want to you want to have one place that you live and people always know is the hub. So pick that one platform and focus. 2 is engagement. Once you have your platform and you're starting to give value to your customers over and over and over again, and really, part of this is starting to, now that you're focused, you need to engage. A lot of my clients and really my students, they say, I post a lot of great stuff, but nobody really comes. And this is kind of the same way as, we think in design is that, which is incorrect, is if we build it, people will come. People think with social media, if they say it or if they post it, people will come. Again, untrue. So we have to engage with our customers, our audience, and the people that we want to build community with. So with that said, it takes a lot of digital handshaking to really be like, hey, my name is Brandon Gross. I'm a designer and digital strategist for Fortune 500s. I really like what you have going on. You do a lot of great design work. By the way, I shared your work a couple weeks ago. I really dig what you're doing. How are you today? How did you learn this awesome stuff? Really just introducing yourself, giving love, giving value, and really making friends online. That's how I myself, just on the daily, in people's DMs, yo, I love what you do. How did you learn that? Have you heard about this? I'm like doing the little dance move there, but it's literally building relationships online. And I feel like people forget that building brand online is literally the digital version of handshakes in real life. You have to be there for people to, just be there for them. Let them know. They will find out who you are through you just being a good person. So with that is number 2. Engage with the audience that you want to actually build around in regards to community. 3 is consistency. A lot of people that I talk to, especially my students, I hear a lot about, and even my clients, same difference. I hear a lot about, we did really good this week, but we didn't really do anything the second week. Social media, just because of the way that it's built right now, it's all solely based off of algorithms. So if you are not consistent, one, your audience, from a trust factor, they're going to be like, the brand or this person, he creates great stuff every other week or every other month, but, I can't rely on him to produce what I followed him for. So it's a mistrust. You're creating mistrust with the people you're trying to cultivate and build brand and community with. Second, the algorithms. When platforms see that you are not posting, they will slowly start to push you down and allow other people who are consistent to stay up. So there's 2 things you want to keep in mind: consistency from a brand perspective, and keeping and building trust with the people who are building that relationship with you and following you because you facilitate and bring something to the table that they absolutely value. So be there for them. And 2 is just from an algorithm perspective, that Instagram, YouTube, etc. These platforms are built so that they really, they allow, or really, give kudos and allow people who come consistently to the platform and post and give value. They allow them to be surfaced up into the algorithm because they are consistently bringing value, bringing eyeballs to the platform. So therefore, those of you who are not being consistent are really missing out on a lot of power. So be trustworthy, be consistent for your brand, and also for algorithm and mechanical reasons. So with that said, guys, those are my 3 tips. Stay focused, engage with your community, and be consistent, because if you are great at these 2 things and are not consistent, your strategy and your tactics are really going to fall through the wayside, both from a people perspective, because people will forget about you, and they also see that you're not really keeping true to your word of consistently upping your value or giving value to them and really why they followed you in the first place and really want to follow your journey in the first place. And on the secondary side, the mechanical side, from which these platforms are solely built, is to retain eyeballs in the platform. So you want to make sure that you are also feeding the beast. So with that said, guys, Brandon Gross, designer and digital strategist for Fortune 500s and social media coach, is out. If you guys love this type of content, let me know down below. I'm super excited to be bringing this to you guys. We're going to try this once a week. So super excited to get your brand on with Brandon. So with that, guys, let me know. See you guys. Peace.